Wishing I could wrap my whole life up in 24 carats of gold.
Hey, you guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this week's It's Game Time podcast. Obviously, this is Colin James, seeing how you guys are doing today. I've been off a little while. This family thing been a little bit more time consuming than I thought it was going to be, just for sitting down for at least 15 to 20 minutes to do a podcast. But I want to apologize, and I'm going to actually set myself on a schedule to make sure to do it, every week or every other week, just so I, be more active. So I want to apologize to y'all who actually been hitting me up, telling me what's been happening with the podcast. Dad life, how that kind of go, dad and parent life, But as we all know, it's always about persevering and figuring out ways to make it right. Rubbing two nickels together to get $1 million. You know how it go. But this week on this Game Time podcast, I'm gonna talk about something a little bit different than I probably usually do. Usually, I just kind of get on here and just take my own takes and like rants about specific things, about even if it's opinions about relationships or whatnot. But I had a concern, and when I say concern, I don't mean in the sense of like it's a bad thing for the most part. I just really believe that it just needs to be explored a little bit. Like that way, it could be more conversation about the viewpoints of this term. Now, what I'm about to talk about is the term, black love, black excellence, black, it's things that I see, and at the time I'm like, okay, it's more so putting power into what you're saying, but more I think about it, it's one of those things of it's like you're succeeding in spite of being a certain thing. So while I do understand the connotation, it's like, um, you know, especially if you see a sister or brother do something that is not common or not shown in the news or shown in social media or whatnot, of somebody doing something good for people, and they say black excellence or black love or whatnot. I just have a big like it's negative to me. Like it's a negative connotation to me, and I'm trying to look at it in that way, but it feels like people succeeding in spite of. And when I say that in the sense of it's like I seen somebody say black doctor, like yeah, you're a doctor. You didn't feel like you could be a doctor because you were black, or you're listening to what someone tells you because you're black. Like that's kind of what when I see it. Every time I see that, I think about that. And I'm no which way, shape, or form trying to sit down here and say that we were marginalized, and we wasn't, things didn't happen to us like where people set us back. I'm not going to sit here and say that, and I'm not going to be ignorant to that. But when I see a lot of that, sometimes I probably just need a little bit more information on why and why people think that. Me and my fiance, we got engaged, and when we got engaged, a lot of people, some people shared it, which I appreciate people sharing it. I see some people saying some things like black love and things like that, and afterwards, I talked to my fiance, and she asked me like, she was thinking about themes for our wedding, and she like black. I don't like that. And she like, what you mean? I was like, I just don't really feel like that is that's an appropriate theme for our wedding. She was like, I don't understand. I'm like, for you to sit here and say black love is, to me, it sounds like we didn't have love before. Like I need to qualify with black love. Like I have to say, oh, I'm black, so it's a different love than any other type of love, which in so many ways it sounds kind of elitist to me. It sounds like saying that my life is better than their life just because I'm black. My love is different than the Asian. My love is different than the white. My love is different than this person. So that's why I say that, and I want to sit here and say like it's not to say that we don't need to hear good shit about us from time to time. Like, cause so many times you look in the news, you see what's going on with people, and it's like, damn, like it ain't one good couple, like it ain't one good, like, and I see that, and I'm not gonna be oblivious to that. It just a lot of times with me personally, I just never been that person to kind of be in that position to like say, babe, I'm doing my podcast. Can you finish eating? I gave you your food. You over here looking at me. Y'all, Kaylin over here just, here, baby. I ain't gonna hold your bottle. You gotta hold it yourself. Okay, thank you. Thank you, baby. But what I say that for the most part is, it's just more so saying like, you gotta really be it just don't sound right to me. So, and again, it could be short-sighted, it could be ignorant, it could be one of those things like where I feel like I'm better, but that's just my big issue with when anybody saying black anything like that to me, because I just depending on where it's from. Sometimes when somebody say it, I feel like you just say it because maybe you hurt woman don't think you ever can find love. Maybe you hurt dude and just don't think it's any good woman out here. So you saying that in way it's in jest. And I look at it like you're succeeding in spite of. Like, hey, you're a black love. It's no black love out here. So when it is here, it's such an anomaly. I gotta post it. I gotta say it. I gotta put it out there. Or if it's a doctor, it's a lot of black doctors out here. But you don't have to tell me I'm doing something right. You don't need to pat me on the back for being a doctor, motherfucker. I know I'm a doctor. Like, why would I have to say hashtag black doctor? So just because you're a black doctor, that means that you know more than this white doctor? Because you're a black doctor, you know more than this Asian doctor? Now get the hell out of here with that. Now, those trials and tribulations somebody has faced to get there, that is something. That is something. And like I said again, if that is the connotation behind it, if that is the viewpoint behind it, I can fuck with that. I can fuck, hey, I was a doctor, even though and I went through this and that. Okay, cool. Like I fuck with you on that because of you had a fucked up situation, you turned in that. With me being a black man, real talk, I'm sorry. I feel like ain't nothing I can't do. When I say it like that there's no restrictions placed on my life. So when I do something, I didn't say I succeeded or this and that because I'm this or because I'm that. See, a lot of people do that. It's like, I have 4 kids and then now I'm doing this with my life. Like when people have a lot of stuff going on in their life and then they say it, they use that as a power. It's like a strength perspective. And I understand that. But like I said, it's misguided. So that's what I'll just say. Like when I hear black love, black this and that, like I fuck with it. I want you to say I'm not trying to come off like I'm Uncle Ruckus. I'm not trying to come off, like saying I don't love because anybody know I do. But it's just certain things. I feel like it's in the same thing. Don't give me credit because I'm supposed to be doing this type of shit. It's like you went to be a doctor. What the fuck you expect you're going to be? A fucking dentist? And even then, you be a dentist, you'll be a black dentist. You know what I'm saying? Black girls rock black girls. Man, fuck that. I rock every day. I don't need to qualify that with a damn hashtag. I don't need to sit down here and pit somebody before that. But again, like I said again, it could be one of those things that that's what it really means. And if that's what it means, please feel free to comment, let me know, so I can have a different viewpoint of it. But a lot of times when I see it and I know I read it and I'm just seeing it's like, yeah, we did that because of X, Y, or Z. It's like, okay, I got that you did that and you overcame, but you're saying it like you're better in that sense. And while I'm just going to give you on the other side too, me interacting and talk to some people with different races and ethnicities, talking to them like in the real issue that they have with the Black Lives Matters movement. Now, outside of them not wanting to hear it, not outside of them not want to address what is going on. It's the ones that try to, they can't get over people thinking that they're better than the next person, i.e. saying Black Lives Matter. So that's saying that you should set precedent over everybody else's life. Me and being knowledgeable of the situation, I have an idea of what they're what they're trying to convey. They're not. I was trying to tell them that they're not trying to say black people are better than the next person. They're just saying they deserve equal treatment. If I get pulled over at the stoplight, if I get pulled over for some other shit, treat me the same way you do as a white person. That's it. They thought that the initial thing was I'm black, so I should get preferential treatment. So the people who don't have that education, that's how they see it. So that's kind of how I look at it when I say, like, when people say certain things of when they equate, with the little hashtags with that. I'm like, are you saying that you better because you're a doctor, or are you saying you're better because you're a black doctor, or what? Because I'm trying to figure it out. Because at the end of the day, we always need to take care of our own. We always need to be like, we look at each other first. We got to love each other first. If you don't love the person in the mirror, you're not going to never love anybody. And I tell my daughters that every day. I tell even Kaylin, being a baby, I tell her, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. So when somebody tell you beautiful, it's not going to be the first time you heard that. You already going to know you beautiful. If somebody tell you they love you, it's just going to be a love. It's an overarching love. Because if you think about it, love is a term. Black love is another. It's like it's a context of that. So it's not even the top like love. It's like the love underneath that, white love, whatever. So I'm just saying, you recognize the one off top, you know, the authoritative love. You recognize that, and then everything else will follow. So that's not in no which way, shape, or form trying to sit down here and sit and devalue somebody else trying to talk to them. You know, like, hey, I love you. Yeah, they probably do love you. But one thing you can never tell somebody, you can always tell somebody who love themselves and somebody who don't love themselves. Somebody who don't love themselves always try to find someone to tell them. They look for different type of attention. They look for people to tell them that they love them when, you know, in retrospect, you should know it. That's why I get called a dick so much, you know what I mean? Like, real talk. Like, people call me a dick all the time. And it's like, it's so much like where I used to think, like, damn, am I really being a dick? Like, I don't really mean to be mean, but at the end of the day, it's like I just recognize my worth and that I love myself. So when somebody come to me and say certain things, it's like you trying to minimize my importance, who I am. So that's kind of how it is. So I'm going to actually go live. I'm going to post this in probably a little while. I got to kind of fine tweak it a little bit. Post it and I'm going to go live with it. So again, like I said, again, if you listen to this and then listen to my live, please come informed. I don't really want to go in on nobody because I probably will go in on somebody if you just come in there just to say some shit, I probably just really get a little disrespectful. I'm just telling you ahead of time. But come with it because I'm really trying to figure it out because of that very reason. It just sounds a little short-sighted to me, and it kind of put it in a bow. Anytime you minimize something, I just feel like you say it's just not as powerful. I just don't like it. I just don't like it just to say, hey, you know how I come off. It's just whatever. But I want to thank y'all again for tuning in to this week's Gametime podcast. I promise you I will try to be more consistent. I apologize with that. Like I said again, I'm not going to blame it on the babies, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I got to handle what I got to handle. You guys have a blessed day, have a great day, and you take it easy. Peace.
Diamonds and pearls, yeah, diamonds and pearls, and enough money I could rule the world. I rule the world, yeah, if I rule the world.